Welcome back to Dark Nexus. Tonight, it's Act 4, Chapter 170. It's almost midnight now, at the end of the 26th of Frost, your 4th day back in the waking world. Pandora, Grip, and Bash are in Dabwick's apartment with the royally fucked up and super creepy Sammy, Chet, and Eliana. Their time spent in Carcosa, which seems to have been much longer than the number of years that have passed for Dabwick, it's done a real number on them. Paul, my dear friend Paul, bless his heart, is hoping that some, quote, hot food and a restful night's sleep might be all these three need to get them feeling right as rain. So, yeah, maybe that's what Dabwick thinks, but I think Pandora, Grip, and Bash have a very different sense about what has become of them. Bash was just heading towards the kitchen to make some food for everyone, trailed closely at his heels by Sammy. But Grip and Pandora have their eyes laser focused on the other two, who are now standing across the way in the corner of the living room, within easy reach of each other, moving in unison, at times even seeming to breathe in unison. Meanwhile, our pal Dabwick is next door, in Tess Underleaf's flat, alone with the sweet little old lady with the washerwoman's hands. Amazingly, I didn't even have to try to split you up. It was your idea that Dabs should join Tess in her apartment, where she'd been standing with her door wide open at midnight, just hanging out there watching.
So many clues.
An ability that Pandora recalled Shahath demons having has now been demonstrated. It appears as if Gripper's Nurgle buddy has merged into Dabwick's neighbor's body and is now driving it like a stolen car. So she's in there, she's alive, but she has no control, and she has been corrupted by this touch of evil.
So there wasn't something about having to be a divine caster to be able to do that, or is this something more terrible that happens if you're a divine caster?
Yes.
It's worse if you're a divine caster, but basically if these demons can get you into a helpless position, either by knocking you out or pinning you, they can just enter your body.
Gotcha.
Once they do that, you are chaotic evil. The thing that Pandora would know...
So she's not driving herself anymore, but she is all fine with it because now she's evil.
Yes, even if you get the demon out and she survives this experience, she's going to require being dragged, kicking and screaming, to a temple for an atonement spell to restore her alignment, if you can even put her through that. But one thing that Pandora does know, because she nailed the check on the Shahath demon the first time it appeared, I think back in 152, there are 3 spells that can be used to eject a Shahath from its host against its will. Dispel evil, dispel chaos, but also break enchantment.
Ooh.
So this will require a level check, and I think the only access you have to that spell is a wand, right?
Yeah.
So it's not a super high caster level 7, but it might be the only option you have to try to extricate it without killing her.
Could you use an action point with a wand?
Yeah, absolutely. So, you all had one blessed day where Grip wasn't visited by this creature. Perhaps Pandora's non-detection spell did the trick. Hard to say for sure, Katie.
Shut up.
But it looks like today, the Shahath just decided to take Tess's body for a spin and simply wait for y'all to come home. Regardless, Dabwick is alone with the thing in the next apartment. But both front doors are open. You all could hear the roar of blasphemer. So you're aware that something is going down. Demon Battle Round 3. Roll for initiative.
Oh, this is all so bad.
Oh dear.
Okay, let's see. What do we got? Let's start with Dabwick.
8.
Boy.
Rock solid.
Yeah.
Next closest is the Gripper.
10.
Okay. Pandora.
16.
All right, there we go. And Bash.
A natural 1 for an 8.
Shit.
Top of round 1. The demon driving Tess's body is up first. Dabuk, you look into the eyes of one of your longest-term friends as she cackles insanely, takes a 5-foot step back from you, raises her hands in the air, and this huge explosion of multicolored light leaps and ricochets out of her hands all through her apartment, cascading through your body, causing enormous levels of pain. I need a will save from ya.
Oh, you're good at those.
You're not helping.
All right, that's an 18 on the die for a 35.
All right, you keeping that?
Keeping it.
35? You have a plus 17 will save?
Yes.
I have like a 7.
So, Dabwick, as this light ricochets through your body, you are left taking only 14 points of damage. You feel all of your muscles lock up, but you fight the effect off. You have survived a Chaos Hammer.
Ooh.
Up next, in Dabwick's apartment next door, is Alyana. She takes a 5-foot step back into the corner, holds Chet's hand, and they both, at the exact same time, look across the apartment at Sammy. She's clearly readying an action. Chet is up. He takes her hand, stares at Sammy, and breathes in unison with Alyana. Pandora standing right between, right adjacent to Sam, and between
Pandora
Sam and
draws
Alyana.
the wand of break enchantment and moves out of the apartment. Away from Sam.
Does she provoke an attack of opportunity from Sam as she does?
Sam does not stab Pandora with his dagger.
10, 20, 30. You can't see it. 30. Shit.
Not with one move. Looks like it.
That's all I got.
Give me a perception check.
20.
All right.
I rolled a 2.
Sammy's up. Sammy looks up into Bash's eyes with his back to Grip, and his entire face changes. It's like when you looked in that mirror and you saw the cold, dead face of a serial killer.
Yeah.
That's what you see in Sammy's eyes as he calmly strolls across the room, reaches his hand up to Alyana's extended hand, and then all three of them disappear. Gripper, you're up. In the center of Dabwick's apartment, now alone in there with just you and Bash. At the end of your first move, Robert, give me a perception check, okay?
Like into my first 30 feet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So Gripper,
Perception, you say?
Gripper leaves Dabwick's apartment and is heading directly over to Tess's. On the way, though, yeah, give me the check.
That is a 26.
Okay. Keep going.
As a swift action.
Yep.
Eyes roll back, face goes slack, neck goes crack,
Yep.
crack. And he's going to take a dedicated adversary.
Yes.
And then greater grapple. That was the one I added last time that made me able to pin him and damage, right?
Correct.
Then those are the two I'm going to take.
Question for you.
Yes?
What's that dedicated adversary against? Right now, your foe is a halfling.
Fuck.
Any damage you do to her body will be done to her body.
Huh?
Gonna keep it on demon for now and wait for an opening?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to pick halfling.
Okay. Well, but then you'd also have
get
Dabwick as an
Dabs.
option. Yeah.
Well,
That's true.
And
that is
Sam.
And Sam,
True. It may come to that, but I'm going to keep it on the demon for
Got it.
right now.
Great.
you did also possibly see them go invisible.
I guess they could be under a sphere, huh?
I'm going to keep it as it is.
Yep.
Then I'm going to continue there. So it kind of a diagonal. I would keep going in. I don't want to provoke an attack of opportunity if I can avoid it.
Right, so entering the door of Tessa's apartment, you are within the halfling's reach. So you can get to that square safely, but if you want to move from there, you would have to acrobatics if you wanted to not.
Right. I may as well do it. I want to get between Dabs and this thing.
Yep.
So I will risk the attack of opportunity.
Right. She has no weapon in hand, so I think she just stares at you with a I'm possessed by a demon evil grin, like wide eyes, cackling face, and watches you slide into a neat line between you
God damn it.
and it.
No good deed goes unfucking punished.
Dabwick, you are up now behind the gripper, sort of like way back in the corner of Tess's living room here.
Great, thank you, Grip. Dabwick will turn into an owl and fly out of there. So a standard action to change shape does not provoke an attack of opportunity, but Grip's right there.
Yep.
Now they have a 60-foot fly speed.
Where'd you go?
Out the door. Let's see him there.
At that point, give me a perception check as the owl flies out the door.
It's a 9 on the die for a 30.
Your keen avian eyes first spot a small magpie perched on a ledge in the apartment building directly across from you and Tess's. And then you see Calla Fenshadow in the nearby alleyway with another magpie in her right hand. Calla is giving every look of having been deeper in the alley and hustling towards this little courtyard. And you can see that the magpie, and I think you would know her magpie's names. One is Little Feather. I think that got named on the air when you all last talked to her. But you see the other one, which is Grimnir, is the one that seems to be staring across, watching you fly out as an owl, and seems to be in very, very watchful mode here. So that is about 15 feet of your flight there.
I'm going to fly over toward Calla.
Yep.
I can make it there, 60 feet. And transform back into Dabwick.
Standard action, though.
Oh, right. Okay.
So, transform to owl, fly across the way, and close with Calla and Little Feather. Huh? Excellent. Bash, you near the kitchen, and the empty in the apartment there. You are up.
Can I make a spellcraft check to see what kind of spell was cast?
Yes, you can.
I shall do so. A 32.
Dimension door.
Bash will move to the door, pulling Vanity on the way.
Yeah.
And I see Pandora. And I don't see anything else, so I'm going to have to do... Actually, no, he's going to stop. He sees Pandora looking. He still has 2 extracts that he has not used.
Amazing.
I know. It's pretty incredible. He's going to throw on Shield. So he drinks an extract of Shield.
Great, great, great.
And that is turn.
That is the end of round 1. Top of round 2, the demon inside Tess's body is up, now alone in Tess's apartment with Gripper. Going to attempt to use a spell-like ability without provoking, making a concentration check here. Easily doing so. And now, I am going to open the spell Blasphemy and actually read it while I adjudicate it, unlike the bullshit I did in chapter 152, where I completely fucked it up.
Did you fuck it up in our favor or in your favor?
I fucked it up wildly in your favor. Everybody got off really easy. I couldn't. So I realized it in the second fight. I was looking at the spell as I was about to cast it, and I'm like, wait, what did I do? Oh my God, what did I do? Don't cast it this fight because figure out what you did. I can't even figure out what numbers I thought I was looking at. So I'm going to look at it actually this time. All right, so there is an explosion of screams, the smell of sulfur in the air, and Gripper is blasted by a wave of evil, dark energy. I need from you, Robert, a will save for the Gripper.
Will save, huh?
Yep. You got this. You got it.
You got this.
That's a 24. That's a 17 on the die.
Save.
Good. I mean, don't ask me if I'm keeping it. That's
I know.
all I can do is keep it.
All right, so
Oof.
you are not dazed,
Good.
but your strength score is decreased by 5 points.
Oh, shit.
What?
Holy crap. crap
You are
weasels.
desperately weakened.
Is it damaged?
Nope.
Is it drained?
Nope. It's just reduced.
Why do they have it? Why do they need a third
What's
thing?
the mechanic for reduced?
It's basically the same thing that happens when you cast Ray of Enfeeblement.
It's temporary.
It's a very temporary thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like more temporary than damage.
Way more
Yes.
temporary.
You would know it would have a duration of some sort.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Rounds or minutes per level. Let's hope it's rounds. Then it's only this fight. Not the one with the 3 people who dimension doorway who's coming up after it.
I think we've seen the last of them.
That's how Rob operates. I know you handed me these knives, and I'm just going to
This
put them
is
away.
it's Chekhov's wronged friends.
They have to go off at some point.
All right, so no physical hit point damage to the Gripper, but he is feeling incredibly weak.
Still doing better than average.
Then at this point, Dabuk, as you're flying over to Kala and Littlefeather, you see Grimnir up on top of that ledge across the courtyard. He lets out this huge magpie call, which I can't quite emulate, but if you know that sound, it's a percussive, almost like machine gunny series of blasts, like ah, but very, very fast and very, very loud. But then it cocks its head down towards Kala and calls out, Kala, Kala, trouble, trouble, send Littlefeather. And then it goes back to blasting this aggressive little bird call. And so Kala's like watching you fly at her and points her like left finger at you like, oh my gosh, that's cool. As she releases Littlefeather from her arm, as Littlefeather begins flying right towards Tess's apartment, the magpie grows larger and larger and larger, becoming eventually entirely black with long, shaggy throat feathers, and suddenly it is a raven the size of a human, 5 feet tall, as it swoops past Owlwick through the courtyard into the door into Tess's place, standing right next to the Gripper, cawing loudly at Tess.
Nevermore.
Did we just meet somebody's new backup buddy?
Pandora,
Not I.
Pandora, you're up. So, oh my gosh. So for Bash and Pandora, this bird that was like the size of a palm was flying between the two of you, growing larger and larger and larger. By the end of its growth, the wings are batting against your head, and then suddenly it's basically the size of Bash, basically, as it zoops into the door and right next to the Gripper there.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Pandora's going to move. So I move 5 feet and I can see Tess.
Yeah. Kind of in the middle of the courtyard there, through the open door, you've got a bead on Tess. Yes.
Zoom.
Using that wand?
I guess. The fuck not?
Caster level check. This is 1d20 plus 7 for the caster level of the wand. The DC is...
Natural 20.
Whoa!
Yeah! That's the stuff.
We'll take a little
This
good
is
luck.
like the first one in about 17 sessions across 3 different games, so pretty excited.
Oh my god, so 27.
27.
Holy shit, y'all. Okay.
Does it work?
I'll just mark off a charge.
And the Shahath demon is ejected out of Tess's body and materializes right to the south of her there, Gripper. Let me move.
Bloop.
Well, at least Tess isn't still in danger. Didn't think that through.
Amazing. All right, so that's Pandora's turn, and Gripper.
I beg your pardon. I have a move. I take
You
a 5
move-
foot step. to
Okay,
get there.
great.
Grip. Now's your chance. some stellar combat advice, as usual, I might add, for you on the Shaka thing.
The most insightful advice you've ever heard coursing through your synapses.
It's magic.
Gripper, you're up. Adjacent to Littlefeather, Tess, and the Shahath. What do you do?
I don't know. You know, I feel like I gotta do what's worked before. That's what I've set myself up for, feat wise.
Alrighty.
Does the Hunter's Blessing creature thing apply?
No, it does not. That was set for Darrow.
Right.
Remember 1,000 years ago when...
Right, it was a specific thing. It's all coming back to me. Okay, so I'm gonna make. I've got And there's no reason to not be doing this with the Dan Bong,
Correct.
right?
Yeah.
All right, so that's a plus 21. Oh, but it's another plus 2 on top of that.
Yep.
It's a 23.
All
Plus
right.
23,
Is that for the combat advice?
that's a plus 25 for the... That's a plus 1 or plus 2?
2.
That's a plus 25 all day with the combat advice.
All right, don't fuck it up with a natural 1.
Oh, damn it. All right.
Is it a floor die? Floor die?
It's a 27. That's not going to be enough.
27 total?
Yeah.
Oh, no, it is not enough. All right, so it slips out of your grasp. God, you got a 2 on the die?
The one on the floor was a 12 on the die.
True.
Stupid floor die.
All right, Dabwick, in the form of an owl, you are next to Kala, who is watching Littlefeather go and sort of looking at you with wonder and amazement, and you are up.
Dabwick cannot speak while in wild shape form, so Dabwick will use a standard action to return to Dabwick form.
Yep.
And say to Kala, "You're in terrible danger, Kala. Get out of here."
We got you, Dabwick.
Dabwick's jaws dropped.
And then you start to hear what sounds like a banging, a series of banging sounds all around you, ricocheting off of the buildings and through the courtyard. And you start to see windows in nearby apartment buildings looking down into the square here, opening up, and you're seeing folks leaning out their windows as if in response to the all of the noise, but in particular the sound of the percussive machine gun magpie. You see folks sticking their heads out of the windows, like banging wooden spoons on pots and pans, and this banging is growing louder very, very rapidly. It's kind of going from sounding like an annoying toddler to really quickly the sound of almost like general alarm. It's like bang, 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 bang. People are sticking their heads out their windows, and you can see up near Grimnir, the magpie, you see Audrey Cauldron, this teenaged human girl who does odd jobs around the Admiralty administration offices. Dabs has helped her stay on top of this wasp problem up there over the years. And one floor up, it's
Belinda Hardcastle. She's a human laundress. She's about 55 and has lived here for a long time. She works for several families in a merchant neighborhood. She has a bad back every now and then. And a few years ago, when she couldn't afford healing, Dabwick would always happen to be around when she was about to make her deliveries, saying they were going her way at that time, sticking with her long enough to ease her burden until she had unloaded just enough deliveries to finish the route on her own.
and right in the window right next door, it's
Sadig Blatlaglel, the female gnome watchmaker, look you. They're serviceable, but not great. She keeps a shop near the docks. She bartered some ratting from Dabs for a watch that constantly needs rewinding.
and then right next to them,
Elder Cashin, a lowly brother who joined the clergy late in life, who's in charge of the washing and scrubbing for the tiny Abbey of Apsu, and who will often try to get a discount or free service from Dabwick on account of all the good work they're doing already for the children and all the good souls. Can you do it for free, or half at the most? Our tithing has been so much lower than normal, we really need the help. Has a weak chin and an overly large Adam's apple.
and some neighbors are starting to appear on the street now. Dabs clanging their pots and pans together, running in, making this hullabaloo. You see Clarence Paget, this half-elf guy who sells firewood down in the fen. Dabs paid him from time to time to help with some two-person jobs whenever it seemed like he needed the extra cash. And oh, look, here comes...
Oh, it's matched and gruffle, male, dwarven blacksmith. Really more of a farrier, doesn't do much beyond horseshoes. Never really got the hang of tools or weapons. Always has a great cache of dwarven ale and loves to share stories and drinks with Dabs at the end of the day.
And from the alley fenward, it's...
Corbina Hollapot, a halfling banker working for the Admiralty, who is meticulous in her work as in business and pleasure. Everything must run according to her timetable, continues to hire Dabwick while complaining of their ridiculous prices, because they're a good example of a halfling creating value through hard work. Has ink stains all over her mouth and hands from constantly working the numbers in her ledgers.
And behind Kala, it's...
Eldwin Knucklebrick, a young lovelorn gnome who keeps the books for a shop near the shipyards. A neat, if a bit shabby gentleman who has a massive crush on the shopkeeper's daughter, who has after even 3 years, so far failed to notice he exists. Dabwick always manages an ear for Eldwin's seemingly endless monologues about the wit and beauty of Lila Grimsocket, long after his other friends and acquaintances' patience has been exhausted.
And it looks like more people are coming. They're making this hullabaloo. We can't quite see who they are yet, but Calla's waving her hand to keep folks back a little ways, since she now has got some eyes on what the fuck you're actually dealing with here. So people are starting to pick up rocks and bricks and stuff, but Calla's keeping them a little bit in the distance. We'll see who is still coming. Bash is up.
Can Bash see through this window here?
No, it's closed. Oh, that's why you can't see through it.
That would make sense since it's a closed window.
Got a lock symbol on it.
Well, I mean,
The curtains are closed.
I clicked on it and that made it lock. All right. Well, then he will take a 5-foot step. And can he see anything? No, he can't.
That's where I was last time.
So annoying. All right. Well, then he has to do a full move. All right. Do the full move. And now he can see. He's going to move over to the side so he can see the Shachath demon. And taking a swift action, making it his studied target, and aiming over the head of Tess, he fires Vanity.
And you've got precise shot now, right?
I do.
Awesome.
And he is using when he heard the sound and stuff and heard the blasphemer, as a free action, he reloaded using a cold iron cartridge.
I'd love it if we killed this thing.
Oh my gosh. A natural 20 for a 40. Crit confirm of 32.
You like it?
I do like it.
That's a critical hit on the Shahath demon.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man, I needed that. All right.
I don't want to take non-detection anymore.
Selfishly, please help me out. Can you help me out,
Help
please?
me help you, please.
42 points of damage.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Massive damage rules, right? Fort save, death.
Doesn't exist in our game.
Which is good for us because we'd all have died a long time
So
ago.
many times over. All right, a substantial blow on the demon rears its lion head back at you. You see the angel face pop out the side of it. Oh dear, what have you done? It's reabsorbed back into it. That brings us to the top of round 3. Demon's up. It's been shot. Gripper attempted to grapple it. It's been ejected from Tess. The demon takes a 5-foot step back into the corner and out of your reach, Gripper, and with this forceful gesture, with the hand not holding the flaming longsword, thrusts it at you. Give me a will save as you feel invisible waves of force trying to rip you off your feet.
Many will save.
Just, can he hit me? Can he hit me like a monster? 19.
You feel your whole body raise off the ground, and you lock that shit down and stay on your feet. It appears as though he was attempting to use telekinesis to hurl you across the room and into the wall, but you managed to... Oh, 19? Shit, no! You are hurled across the room!
Oh, that was so mean. That was not
18.
cool.
You fucking bastard.
Oh, I mean, the difference between
Hand
19 and
off the
20, that's
piece.
not cool.
You take 5 points of damage as you are blasted into the wall right next to Littlefinger, and you fall prone to the ground.
Next to who?
Little feather.
Little Feather. Oh my god.
Finger.
You are thrust into another universe.
An entirely different show.
But it confirms my mind being like, did he just say Littlefinger every time you've said Little Feather? Every single time.
All right, Gripper's on the floor, and the Shahath demon is alone in the corner.
Your 5
Tess
fucking damage.
is
Evil.
through the open doors, can see all of the neighbors running in, runs out into the courtyard, tries to work her way into the ever-growing crowd.
Bash yells.
Stop her. Look at all those people.
Whoa.
All Deb's friends.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
Kala lays a hand on Dabwick's shoulder, runs out into the center of the courtyard, cocks her head back, and unleashes the cry of a bird. And everyone's got a +1 morale bonus on attack rolls and a +4 morale bonus on saving throws against fear.
Amazing.
Pandora, you're up.
Have I tried to mind thrust this thing before? I think I have. I think I did it, but it's a spell resistance issue, yeah?
There is spell resistance, you know that.
Well,
Gonna go for it.
I mean, that's the thing in my arsenal, isn't it?
Here we go.
I will use a 5th level spell slot to cast Mind Thrust 4.
And you're within range?
Yes. It's close range, I'm within 40 feet.
Nice.
25 plus 5 for every 2 levels.
Nice.
I will do a bit of math.
Carry the 18.
Carry the 18.
It's very complicated.
The math is so complicated.
And I succeed in my maths.
All right, so you're casting this at 11th level then.
Yes.
Give me that caster level check for spell penetration. D20 plus 11 now.
22. I think I'll use an action point to make that 27.
Spell penetrates. Give you a will save here. 27.
Well, that succeeds. So it only takes 57. So it's half of 57.
28 points of damage.
Yeah.
The lion mouth is coughing out ichor as whatever constitutes its mind, is it in just the lion head? Is it also in the angel head? Unclear, but there's some weird black bile coming out of the lion mouth, and you see the tips of the angel head trying to slurp out the side of the throat, and the little bits you can see of it, it's screaming.
Bash. Finish it off before it gets away again. Combat advice.
Got it.
And then Gripper, you are up on the floor across the room from the demon.
I'm prone, huh?
You are.
Hey,
But look at that straight line where I could charge if I wasn't prone.
I know, wouldn't that be nice?
You don't have crawling charge,
Is
and you can't stand
and a charge,
and then charge.
So a charge is a charge a full round action?
Yep.
You can take a move action to stand, take a 5-foot step, and then you can use your
My little
once a day
little
lunge.
reachy thing.
We have to kill it before it goes away again.
Yeah, that's I think my only option. So let me
This is
see.
the
I
rest
want
of
to
our lives.
I'm gonna
And I
swift.
totally forgot something. Robert,
Yeah.
my good friend Robert,
Yes. Hello.
as you are coming to with your head ringing after having been hurled across the room with telekinesis, you look up, and standing in the southwest corner, down here, easily chargeable by the demon, is Shuln. His eyes are filled with tears. He's shaking his head looking at you like, why did you bring me here? Give me a will save.
18.
You shake your head a second time. He's not there. It's not real.
Damn it.
All right, what do you do?
You know, sometimes I think I shouldn't have put my axe to that boy's neck. So I'll stand up.
Yep, move action.
I will take a 5-foot step to just south of Little Feather.
Yes.
And then I eye this fucking thing in his eyes, both the eyes of the lion and the eyes of that fucking face that comes out of it, and give him a little wink, and I'm gonna take a swing with my pugnacious thing.
What the fuck it is?
It's a feature. It's a trait.
tense moment.
And I'm gonna do an unarmed strike from 10 feet away.
Nice.
Oh, I am gonna take a swift action to swap out the grapple for Grudge Fighter
Got it.
for an extra +1. A 19. A dirty fucking 19.
That is a miss. Dodges out of the way. Out in the courtyard, as your friends and neighbors are filling in, picking up rocks and bricks and banging on pots and pans to try to call the attention of the watch. Dabwick, you are up.
Dabwick yells out, "Stop her! It's the only way to save her!" and runs out to grab Tess.
Easily can close with her with a move action and give me a CMB check.
17 on the die for 22.
All right, that's good, Polly. Holding her tight. Meanwhile, there are more of your neighbors running in, including, oh, look, Paul, it's Bailey Waller, this uptight little halfling lady who runs a candle-making operation. Always seem to attract a nonsensical amount of mice. Very quick to criticize Dabs' tiniest mistake, but always quick to hire them again the next time the mice showed up. Oh, and right behind them...
Thog, middle-aged dwarven gravedigger for the old town cemetery, who's always ready to share tricks and remedies for keeping various critters away from the living and the dead. Likes to make the same old jokes about how it don't bother the dead much, but she and her crew would rather not be bitten or have the itches. Likes to clank a shovel against the ground to punctuate her jokes. Even with suspenders, she always has to itch up her pants.
And from the castle word alley.
Oh, it's Trevon Farflight. He's a human male glazier and glassblower. His shop's a couple blocks from Dabs' flat. Dabs has been enlisted 4 times in half as many years to help Trevon put out small fires in his studio that keep starting somehow.
And they just keep on coming, Dabs. Bash, you're trying to drown out all of the excitement and noise behind you and stay focused on the task at hand. You are up.
Bash will continue on just like Andy Garcia on the stairs. He's like, I got him. And
+2 from Pandora,
got-
+1 from
Yep.
Kala.
with that +3, he's going to take a rapid shot full attack.
Oh my god. Oh my god,
You
y'all.
only get the +2 on the first shot.
That
This is your
a
last
32.
opportunity. Yeah, that's a hit.
All right, and that one is for 11 points of damage.
And this is cold iron.
Cold iron. All
Takes
these
it.
are cold iron.
Takes it.
Second one is
It is bloodied.
a 25 touch.
That's a hit.
He's going to expend his studied strike
Yep.
now on his second shot,
Yep.
and that's going to be an additional 3d6
Yeah.
for a total of 25.
All of that goes through.
And then with his, he's going to take a swift action and spend a point of inspiration
Yep.
to make it his study target again, and take his final shot through rapid shot. That is a 30 touch
Hit.
for 8, and he's going to expend his studied strike again. $20 points.
Do you have an action point to take another shot? Because it's still alive.
I do have an action point. I'm going to spend it. Why not? Throw your resources away.
You know that it goes next. And it's so clear what it's going to do. if it gets in
35.
return. That's a hit. Oh my god, Johnny.
Johnny, kill it. Oh my god.
9 points of damage.
And in a puff of sulfur, you send it screaming back to the abyss. It vanishes. Little Feather, who had been clearly sent in there to harry whatever was going on, has been slowly backing out the door as this goes on, and then bang, 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 bang! Cartridges flying past its head. He turns to look at Bash. Once the shooting is stopped, ducks low, and then this gigantic fucking raven scoots on the ground across the courtyard back towards Kala. As Dabwick has their arms thrown around Tess, who's fighting and trying to like bite at you, but she has no strength, and you can manage to keep her under control. And everyone out in the courtyard is just, is it all right? Is it safe? Is it over? Is it over, Dabs?
I think it's over. How did you all come here?
Kala. So Kala reaches out her hand and
You can't see this, but Rob is doing this amazing thing where he's reaching his hand up to the skies
Like a
to
perch.
like a perch for the bird to fly down, or calling upon the gods of the heavens to do some amazing thing.
And Grimnir soars down from his perch across the way, and Littlefeather, who's been kind of awkwardly scooting on the ground, jumps up towards Kala's hand and then shoo, sinks down into the form of a cat, which then wraps itself kind of around, like up around her shoulder and neck, kind of hugging her. And Kala's looking in through the doorway where Bash has just been shooting. Okay, all right. Damn it. What in the world was that?
that was a demon. And I think, Bash, you killed it.
Yeah.
Everybody around you, while you're hugging, kind of violently hugging Tess, everybody around you comes rushing in and throws their arms around you, and a couple of the larger folks around you take custody of Tess, since it seems like she needs to be held. And Tess it's probably really upsetting. She's biting and screaming, "No, let me go, I'll kill all of you." Just a very upsetting state of affairs there. Yeah, well, Dabs, Mrs. Underleaf was, before this happened, she was real worried about you. I guess there were some crazy noises coming out of your apartment several days for quite a few times after you got back into town, and all sorts of people coming in and out of your place that she didn't know, and she just was real worried about you, and it seemed like the weight of the world was on your shoulders, and she tried to talk to J-Dove, but I guess J-Dove was real close-lipped, if you know what I'm saying. So she went on down to the Danverses, and she asked them if they knew anything about what was going on with you, because you were so open with them, but they said they'd barely seen you, which struck them as really odd and sad. And same with Ashgrove, who hadn't seen you really at all, I guess, at that point. And well, I guess same with everybody. And so she was real concerned. She got a few of her sons, just like put out the word. Dabwick was in trouble. We just keep our eyes open for you. And then it seemed like you disappeared for most of yesterday. And so a couple of the kids from down the fen, they found me and the fellows this morning, and they asked me to get involved. And I talked to Grip and Pandora here the other day, and they made it clear how much I meant to you, so I wanted to chip in. So a couple of us that can handle ourselves in a fight volunteered to watch a place for you. We've been taking shifts, and I got here tonight, and Mrs. Underleaf was standing in her door with the door wide open, just staring blankly out into the night, doing nothing but just standing there. And I was like, oh, this is pretty creepy. So I put out the word, just everybody make some noise if anything goes down. And so that, with all that banging, the watch should be here soon. You know how long it takes them to get up here compared to over on the north side. But seems like you do a lot for a lot of folks around here, so they wanted to do what they could to keep an eye out for you.
That was so very brave of you, of all of you. Thank you so much. And don't worry about Tess. We'll do what we can to help her as quickly as we can.
There's a cure for this?
Yes, if there's time at the end of the day tomorrow, I'll be able to help her. There's a spell that needs to be cast.
You can cast Atonement?
You can do Atonement?
Yeah. 5th level druid spell.
Damn, wait, I had... And when did you learn how to change into a bird? I would have paid a little more attention to you if I knew you could change into a bird.
Dabwick blushes.
Aww.
Yes, I can change into a bird now. I can change into animals and elementals. I can do a lot of things.
Octopus?
Yes, a giant octopus. I've gotten stronger.
That's pretty cool. All right, everybody. Show's over. Now, Dabwick needs to get some sleep, so I'm going to ask all of you, thank you. We got this taken care of. Thank you. And she starts going through the crowd. She seems to know maybe about half of these folks, but all of these folks know each other and know you. And there's just this whole chain of folks coming by to give you a hug and shake your hand and tell you they're so glad you're okay before they head back to bed with their pots and pans and bricks and stones. Just this small army of like a couple dozen folks from the neighborhood.
Love it.
You fuckers are all right.
As we walk back to Dabwick's apartment, Dora falls into step beside them. Dabwick, I know things have been so difficult of late, but I hope tonight reminds you that no one is a failure who has friends.
Yeah, speaking of your 3 friends before they left.
Oh. I wonder where they've gone.
They teleported away.
Do you know how far they could have gone?
About 1,500 feet.
That's not
So
too
somewhere
far.
else in the neighborhood.
And just so the 3 of you know, thank you for helping me deal with that little bit of my past.
We got you, brother.
We'll be here for whatever comes next.
I suspect so.
Anybody hungry? I was about to make some eggs.
starving. I literally can't remember the last time I ate.
Has
think it was book
been
one.
months? Last time I described eating. Back into Dab's place, and over the course of time it takes to make some eggs and deal with the watchmen who show up to have a brief conversation with Dabs about they'll hold on to Tess for the night, but if you want to see her tomorrow, it sounds like you have a solution for this.
Yeah.
They don't deal with demons a lot. This is not an everyday occurrence. But at least they're like, okay, it seems like this is under control. So we know you. We'll keep her safe for you till tomorrow.
Oh, thank you.
And they kind of close up Tess's place and lock it up so that it's not sitting wide open like it has been for presumably the last day or so. And Gripper, as you're eating those eggs, in a moment of stillness at the end of this very intense day, I think your eye has to be drawn to those tattoos. And over the course of your life, that Rip Tusk and the Triangle Man worked hard to break the meaning, try to erase the symbology. But it's clear you're still drawing power from this thing. It is on your body, and even though you aren't literally the person who made that bargain, you're receiving mechanical benefit from those tattoos in the form of a bonus in all your saving throws. And that question that's been kind of bothering Katie and so presumably Pandora of, what may it be about its ability to find you? I think he probably would spend that chunk of the evening wondering, is this what's doing it? We eat our eggs, and we take our night's sleep at long, long last.
I feel like we need to have a watch still, though, right? Doesn't feel safe. Especially knowing that, Dabwick's 3 friends are out and about.
There.
So
So treat it like you're out in the wilds, rotating watch pattern.
maybe, or Bash might also just be like, everyone go to sleep and, sort of pretend to go to sleep and then actually just stay awake.
Did you just not sleep last
just
night,
did
though,
that.
too?
I know.
You really want me to start giving you mechanical.
I did it for like a week last time. Like 1 or 2 days is not a big deal.
All right.
And while he's doing that, he pulls out a piece of paper and a pencil and is thinking about someone that he loves very much and starts to try to draw a picture of them. And he's sort of sitting under a lamp, kind of scritching away and stuff like that. And then the camera pulls around and it zooms in, and it's a picture of the child of Shub Nugaroth.
Hand in hand with what Bash is doing, staying up all night once again, drawing pictures of the spawn of an outer god. The rest of you sleep. And overnight, you all dream. And it begins with the same feeling of impending dread, soul-crushing despair, as you feel your dreams of God blend with your dreams for God and the dreams from God in that sickly stew where identity slips out of your grasp and the darkness encroaches all around, and there's the sound of a bell. The bell from the shrine of Thafar, and the prisoner reaches out. And this time it reaches out to all three of you, including, for the first time, Dabwick. And this weak, alien voice whispers in all of your minds simultaneously.
If you insist, I will show you all, if it is true that I already did. When is now? When is now? When is...
The three of you see a fucking solar system. At its heart, the bright mother, that yellow star that nourishes your world. And there, circling in their unique orbits, all 13 planets. Wait, 13 planets? You can all feel Pandora's brain spinning over what you are all communally seeing. There are only 11 planets. And where is the asteroid belt? Shoom. Your view zooms in to the third rock from the sun, beautiful blue-green Golarion. The surface is ruled by these freaky cone-shaped creatures with numerous tentacles and pincers. They are talking to their new allies. Their new allies are talking to them from a moment nearly 1 million years in the past. This is good. These bodies will suffice. They live over 5,000 years and are capable of fine motor manipulation.
It is done.
And at once, you see the minds of every single one of these cone-shaped creatures all over the surface of Golarion. You watch as their minds are sent 1 million years in the past to inhabit unrecognizable bodies to them, arriving in those bodies at the exact moment that world was destroyed nearly 1 million years ago, and now they're all dead. But the great race continues. In new bodies, again. And the war against the flying polyps continues. The bell tolls again. And Pandora and Grip's minds move on to whatever dreamscape next swallows them, but Dabrick is left behind, watching an ancient Golarion evaporate all around them and seeing in the distance, in the sky, in the far, far distance. Is that a flash of white? And that's the end of chapter 170. We'll pick this up next week, y'all.
What the fuck?
Seriously.
Dark Nexus is produced by Plug and Hum Productions. This podcast uses trademarks and/or copyrights owned by Paizo Incorporated, used under Paizo's fan content policy. This podcast is not published, endorsed, or specifically approved by Paizo. For more information about Paizo Inc. and Paizo products, please visit paizo.com. That's Paizo.com. Dark Nexus uses music and soundscapes by Syrinscape. Check them out at Syrinscape.com. That's Syrinscape.com. Opening and closing themes, along with additional music composed by Rob Kauzlaric. Artwork for Dark Nexus is by Matt Wahlquist. And thanks to DMCP, Richard and Ari, Paul and Shannon, Scotty, Jason, Jess, Joe, Chelsea, Matt, Dave, Derek, Darren, Michaela, J.H., the Biscuit Buddies, and everyone we've gamed with over the years for all the memories and inspiration.
You are a big part of our storytelling as well. And we love it when you help us.
You are, in fact, the antagonist.
And also often
pal.
the protagonist.
Wow.
The story pal.
Your story pal.
Story buddy.
My name's Rob. I'm the story pal tonight.
Protagonist, antagonist, and lover.